Hello and welcome to another Sprinterra video. And my name is Garrett Rochelle, Director of Growth here at Sprinterra, and I'm going to be walking through our system integrity testing tool. We've spoken about this before in previous webinars, and we also may have a video out on it, but wanted to go a little more in depth into how the tool actually works for system integrity testing. So just as a refresher, what the system integrity testing consists of is testing of all standard workflows, all custom GIs, reports, non-custom GIs, reports, import scenarios, business events, automations, all those types of things that are typically either out-of-the-box functionality or built directly off of out-of-the-box functionality. So this includes if a report's been modified, like new fields added, new DAX added, those types of things. So what it does is it goes through and it automates the process of testing these features. So it's going to process sales orders through, it's going to run your reports, it's going to run your GIs, it's going to test your business events, test your automations, test your import scenarios, all of that. So it takes the manual testing that would typically be performed on your standard processes and it turns it into something that's automated. Now, the reason that this is important, even for out-of-the-box functionality, is in an upgrade, it's somewhat rare that you would have errors with these types of functionality, but it absolutely happens, and it happens probably more often than you would realize. So an out-of-the-box GI no longer working without some modification being required either to a join or to reference a different DAC or something like that. A standard workflow that you may need to make a tweak to, an import scenario that is no longer working, a business event that's not firing the way that it should. All of those things absolutely happen with upgrades, and comprehensive testing is what allows us to do these upgrades without a big impact to the end client following the upgrade. So if this testing is not performed and performed well, performed in a very thorough manner, then it leads to some of these issues being discovered after the upgrade is executed in production. So that means the end client finds it in their production environment while transacting on a day-to-day basis, which is absolutely what we don't want to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a couple of things with you. First, we're going to look at just a snippet of what the output of our system integrity testing tool is. So what it would generate for you. And this is just a small snippet that I've taken. So you can see there are several areas that it has as passed. And then we're seeing a fail here related to GI SO 3010PL, which is our sales order screen. And it's giving some detail on why it failed. We're seeing a fail here related to running a report, which this is the sales order form, sales order report. And we're seeing a fail here related to an import scenario. So for today's video, we'll go through the first two errors and I'll show you what that looks like actually in the system as compared to this error message. So this first error message we're seeing, it's referencing a field that cannot be found in the system. And this second one, it's referencing a unit of measure issue. So we're going to take a look at those. In the import scenario, there's also another error, but for purposes of today's call, we'll just go through the first two. So I'm going to bring over my Acumatica screen, and we're going to first look at, we're going to go to the sales order module, and we're going to try to open the sales order GI. And you can see here that we're getting an error, a field with the name, PM project, PTO expense, sub ID segment 1 cannot be found, which is being manifested in this error message here. So the end result of our system integrity testing is a report similar to this. I moved it to Word just for us to see very easily, but it's a report such as this, which is going to outline any of the errors, any of the issues that were found in the system integrity testing. And this is just a snippet of that. So that was the error with the sales order screen. So this is the error you'll see here. This is the error that's populating in the system. So it correctly identified that. And then the next one we're going to look at is running the sales order form or report. So I'm going to jump back over here to this screen here, and we're going to go to the sales order module and the sales order printed form. Now, it opens up here with no issues. So you may at first think, hey, the system integrity tool incorrectly flagged this as an error. But what's very neat about this tool is it's not only checking, will this screen open? It's also going into the report itself and checking for any errors within the report. So if I go to run this report, we're now going to see there's a unit of measure error here. There's an issue with our item, and there's an issue with our text box down here. So there's 3 different errors reported here. For purposes of today's demo, I'm just showing the one related to the unit of measure issue, but you will see it's referencing 3 fails here. And those 3 fails correspond to error 1, error 2, and error 3. So all 3 of these components failed. And part of the output of the system integrity testing would be a report that outlines all of that. So with that, we'll go ahead and wrap this up for today, but the system integrity testing tool is a really, really strong feature that we use as part of our upgrade program to test all of your out-of-the-box functionality in Acumatica, as well as anything you've built onto that out-of-the-box functionality. So if you have any questions about that or you'd like to learn more about it, definitely feel free to reach out to us. I appreciate your time and hope you have a great day.